There's a train. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean or Mustang09 bringing you a new video, and today we're back with the beast. We're back with my 2017 F250, and I've been doing some research, been doing some reading, and in the handbook at 20,000 miles it says on page 579, I'll link that right here, 579, you'll see it pop up. It says to change the cabin air filter on the truck. So thanks again to Amazon for the quick, fast shipping. I now have a K&N washable cabin air filter. This came in the mail in just a few days. Link in the description. This install is super simple. You'll need two tools, a 7mm socket and one of the non-marring plastic pry tools so that we can remove an interior piece inside the truck. The reason why I went with the K&N, the washable air filter, is so that in the long term I can save money, because I don't want to be buying the paper air filter every time, the one that the factory puts in. It's kind of cheap. It does do its job, but this one will perform even better and you can reuse it. So that makes it worth all the money. For this install, first things first, let's go ahead and move our seat back as far as it'll go. Then we'll lower the glove box, and we need to clear this out. We need to get rid of all of our belongings outside of here. This is like a little first aid kit I got for free somewhere. Owner's manual. This one is pretty cool. This is a book that I got when I used to work at Monster, but what I do is... So for some of you, this may be a little weird, but this book here, I got the idea from my grandfather-in-law. It's my wife's grandpa. Super nice guy, and he's very meticulous about the maintenance items on his truck. And so he did this on a road trip I went on, and I was like, I really like that idea. I'm going to steal that for my vehicles. And when I got this truck, I started from brand new. So I put the purchase date, the model, and the make of the truck. And you go in here, and this has all of my fuel purchases. It has when I do DEF fluid. It has the oil changes. It's got some of the mods, like when I had chip repair on the windshield, it did that. More DEF. Let's see. It had bed liner in here somewhere. I don't know where that's at, but here's my tire rotation. Just all different sorts of things. So pretty cool. Tire balance and rotated. But yeah, that's my maintenance log. It's something I am meticulous about. I keep track of every gas fill up, every oil change, tire rotation, any kind of modifications I do. I usually put in this book. That way I know and I can keep track of the life of everything. So pretty cool. Moving forward, we still got to get all this stuff out. So let's keep cleaning stuff out. With everything out of here, we're going to be looking in this corner right here. So I'm going to show you an up close shot of it, but I want you to know where we're referencing the outside of the glove box here. So looking at the glove box from the outside, you'll see this bar here. And from the inside, you will notice it's sort of got a slot. Right here, you'll see there's a little circle and then another circle. What you'll do is you will push the bar from the other side down, and that will release the front of the glove box. And that's the first step of the process. So we'll do that now. Alrighty, so I'm gonna lift up just a hair and push towards me. You'll hear it click. And then that means it moved. Simply pull it to the side. Now we're going to pinch the inside of our glove box. You'll see this little rubber grommet there. You'll just want to move that out of the way. This will drop down like so. Open this up. I don't keep anything in here. For you guys that have trucks like this, what do you keep in this compartment? I really don't know what should go in there. Moving forward, we do need to remove this little rubber piece that goes inside of there. This is where our non-marring pry tool will come into play. Stick it under here just to kind of gain some leverage and pull towards. Comes out pretty easy, so there's that. Next up, two 7mm bolts, 1 and 2, pretty obvious. We're gonna back those out. Apologize for the ricer neighbor in the background. Sorry about that. Oh, this fell out. Need to find out where that goes. I don't know. This piece fell out and I'm not sure where it fell off of, but we will find it and we will replace it. Alrighty, so we do have two plugs back here. I'm not entirely sure those need to come out though, so we'll leave those in for now. We'll just let that hang out down low. I wonder where that piece came off of. Oh, there it is. It goes on the back of this. So the little rubber nipple that fell off goes on the back of here, and that mounts on that clip right there. it just kind of holds it in place. So we're going to let this stuff hang. There's no need to unplug it really. We are going to be working in this area right here. This little honeycomb thing is where our cabin filter sits inside. So there's a clip on either side, and it'll fold down, I believe, and we will pull the old filter out, and we'll take a look at it and everything. You can kind of see there's a fan, I think, underneath there for the AC that draws all the air. So I'll put you guys back on the tripod, and we will get up in there and remove this bad boy. And just as a reference, guys, you have 2 clips on this end as well as on the other side, and 3 of these clips underneath. That way you'll know where to leverage and really put some strength behind when you go to pull this piece out. It's not too hard, so don't be too scared of yanking on it. These clips will come right out, no big deal. And if you have one of these prying tools, it makes it super simple to put leverage on it and pop it out of place. Those clips were very easy, so pull this little door off, pull this guy out of here, and it's absolutely disgusting, so I'm glad we're swapping this out. We're going to use this light as kind of like our operating light for our table here, just to kind of inspect our air filter. One thing I do want to point out though is if you are using a factory air filter to go back in, you want to make sure that the little tabs, like you see how these are pointed upwards here, those are upwards. You want to make sure that it goes back in that way. So the easy way is to make sure the words are legible and that the tabs are up, and you'll slide the new one, if you're using the OEM one, back in place that way. But for now, I want to kind of go through this and see what we see inside of here, because it's gross. For those of you that don't know, your cabin air filter is the filter that filters. That's a lot of filters. Filters, filters, filters. Okay, so this filter, what it does is it filters the air that your truck uses for bringing the air from outside into the truck for your AC unit and all of that. So this is the air you're breathing in. This is the air that's blowing in your face when it's super hot outside and you crank the AC, or vice versa when it's super cold and you're cranking the heat. This is the air that's blowing into your face. So this is the filter that's stopping all of that junk from coming in, and you can see through here, this is what's inside of your filter. I think there's like a bug right there. There's some leaves. This is a leaf. Just all kinds of junk inside of this thing, man. It really did do its job. It is filthy though. You can see how gray it looks. When it looks gray like that, it comes white. So that is, it's actually really dirty. So I'm glad I did this right now. Anyways, that's going away, and this one is going in its place. As I mentioned before, when you're putting your OEM one back in, you want to check for these tabs. And when you're using the K&N one, you'll notice there is a higher ridge on one side. This side is smooth all across. The outer rubber edge is even with the filter itself. But on the reverse side, the rubber edge stands taller, and that's the side that will go back in upside. So it will kind of be like a tray. It kind of dips in right here. This rubber edge is taller. So we'll make sure we stick it back in that way. So let's run to the truck, stick this back in, button everything up, and easy as that. This might give you a better view here of how this filter goes in. So you'll notice the edge on this side here versus how the back is pretty much flush. So it'll go back in like this. Going back in. Super simple. Now we will reinstall the door. So you may need to pull back this little wiring loom right here, this harness, just so you can get access. A little easier. Goes back in this way. And then clips in. Super simple. Alrighty, with the new filter in, we are going to put our box back into place, making sure it clips in. Alrighty guys, with this little cubby back in place, I'm going to use our 2 screws here, our 2 bolts, put them back into place. And even though I am using this impact here, I'm going to go smooth and not put all the pressure or the power this thing has behind it. This is plastic, so it will break. Just go slow and you shouldn't have any problems. Next, you'll take your glove box here and we will put our little circle from this arm back inside. But first, you'll see these rubber tabs. You'll push those inwards to make clearance, for this, like so. Push on this bad boy. Clips back in. Alrighty guys, we're on the home stretch. This is the last piece to reinstall. You'll see the 3 metal clips here. Those go in these holes here. There's also some tabs on the end, and they have their little home they reside in these holes here. So when you're pulling this off, you'll know where to grab just up underneath here and pull towards you. This will come out no problem. So we will reinstall this here. These tabs you will work into place. Just like that, your install is complete. Can't forget my maintenance log. That's it. Hey, one thing I forgot to mention is there is a step-by-step instruction in the K&N box. This is part number VF2049. All that'll be in the description below, so you'll be able to find them easily. They also gave me a cool K&N sticker, and then they gave me this one here so that I can put on whenever I go get an oil change, which I do myself, or take you to the dealership and they start poking around and wanting to upcharge you for stupid filters like this, which, okay, it's not stupid, it does its job, but when they try to upcharge you for something that you can do at home super easy with my help, this sticker goes on there and it says, stop, don't touch, this is a reusable filter, no need to swap it out, we can clean it and make it look good again. So, that's it guys. Out with this old crusty air filter. We're gonna be breathing fresh air now. We're gonna be more motivated to work throughout the day, more motivated to go like and subscribe and comment on Mustang's videos, and you'll be breathing fresh, clean air. So, that's it for this install. I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I'm loving the truck. 25,000 miles on it now. So I was a little over on this part of it. It says 20,000 miles. I did 25,000. Hey, no harm, no foul. We got it done. We put a good quality cabin air filter in there with K&N. They make great products. And yeah, truck's gonna be breathing great. For me to breathe in, even better. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, like I said, make sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Really, that's all I got for you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you back here next time. Take it easy, boys. Peace.